First, let's go to our political reporter, YVETTE McCullough, who's at Labour Party headquarters. What's looking like down there, YVETTE?
Hi Lisa, yes, I'm down here at the Auckland Town Hall. People are starting to trickle in, but it is going to be a bit of a slower start to the evening, I think. Although we are expecting those indicative results earlier, I think things aren't really going to start kicking off here until about 8:30. But they do seem to be pretty amped for a party here. They've got the bar open. They've even got a photo booth with props for people to go in and get like you do at a wedding type style. So that'll be quite a lot of entertainment later in the evening. But we are expecting we've got Kelvin Davis here already. We are expecting most of the Auckland-based Labour MPs to come, although most of them are having sort of events in their own electorate first and then coming here later when things do start to become a bit clearer. So we're expecting them around 8:30. And Jacinda Ardern is starting the evening watching those results rolling in from home, and then we'll come here when we start to see those results taking shape, and we'll come here to address the crowd. We are expecting around 1,000 people here tonight. So once things really get underway, I'm sure the atmosphere here will be quite buzzing.
Sure, well, YVETTE McCullough, thank you very much for that. We'll stay in Auckland and we'll go across town to Craig McCulloch, our Deputy Political Editor, who's at the National Party headquarters.
Kia ora, Corin. Yes, I'm here at the Royal New Zealand Yacht Squadron at Auckland's waterfront with the National Party. As you can see, we were not supposed to be here tonight. They were supposed to be at Shed 10, also in Auckland, a much larger venue. This one can hold only about 400 people. We're expecting Auckland MPs, candidates, supporters and staff to arrive throughout the evening. But other MPs spread out around the country are staying in their home turf. That's including Jerry Brownlee, the party's deputy and campaign chair. As for Judith Collins, she's at Sky City Hotel watching as the results roll in and working on her speech, which she'll come later in the evening here to deliver.
And a few hundred metres from Craig at Auckland's Viaduct Basin is Sarah Robson.
We're here outside headquarters bar at Auckland's Viaduct Harbour. We're expecting David Seymour to be arriving here shortly on board a yacht. We've been told to expect a big crowd of ACT Party supporters, potentially anywhere up to 700. This is likely to be a big night for David Seymour. At the last election in 2017, his party only got 0.5% of the party vote, but of course he was into Parliament with that Epsom seat. However, recent polls have ACT polling as high as 8%, which could mean they could be bringing up to 10 MPs into Parliament.
Well, let's head up north now to our political reporter, Jo Moir.
Hi Corin, I'm here in the winterless north at the Duke of Marlborough in Russell. Now this is the exact same venue where New Zealand first held their election night party in 2017. Now of course Winston Peters was in the kingmaker position at that time, and it's a little bit of a different story here tonight. Now their New Zealand First has of course been polling at about 2% for the last few weeks. They did get a bump last night though in that Reid Research poll to 3.5%. New Zealand First will be hoping they get a further bump when the results start coming in tonight to get them across that 5% threshold. New Zealand First is expecting about 200 supporters here in Russell tonight, and they'll be starting to roll in soon.
Back in Auckland, let's go to Charlie DREAVER.
Kia ora, Lisa. We're at the Grid X building in Auckland Central, which of course is a sustainable building. We're here with the Green Party, where it's expected 450 supporters and volunteers will fill this room. They're keeping the entertainment relatively simple with a Spotify playlist, and then they'll be serving canapes of sushi and bread platters, which the majority will be vegan friendly with some gluten-free options as well. Around 8:15 we're expecting the co-leaders Marama Davidson and James Shaw to arrive, where they'll be giving a speech. They're keeping their entrance song a tightly kept secret, but I've been given a hint that it's Kiwiana themed.
Thanks, Charlie. And out in West Auckland is our reporter, MERIANA Johnson. Kia ora, MERIANA.
Kia ora, Corin. Well, as you know, at the last election, the Māori Party were knocked out of Parliament under the leadership of Te Ururoa Flavel and Marama Fox. But this election, we've seen a whole new fresh set of faces, including new co-leaders, Debbie Ngāre-Wapaka and John Tamahiri. Now, there are two separate functions tonight, but I'm here at Etu Restaurant, where John Tamahiri is expected to arrive later on. He'll be greeted by up to 300 supporters, and there'll also be live music. It's been a tight contest here in Tāmaki Makaurau, with John Tamahiri not far behind the Labour incumbent, Peeni Henare. However, we'll just have to see whether those votes come through on the night. Back to you, Corin.
And Te ANIWA, you're with Debbie Ngāre-Wapaka.
Kia ora, Lisa. I'm here in Hawera, south of Taranaki, with the Māori Party co-leader, Debbie Ngārewa-Peka. Now, tonight she's vying for the seat of Te Tai Hauauru and is up against Labour incumbent Adrian Rudawhe. Now, according to a Māori television Curia research poll a couple of weeks ago, she was 18 points behind Mr Rudawhe, but a third of people in this electorate were undecided, so it could be a close race. Now, the Māori Party need to win a Māori seat to get back into Parliament. It's shaping up to be a pretty big night here tonight, more than 180 people expected to arrive, and a performance from the one and only Pātea Māori Club, who of course was made famous for singing Poie to the world. I'll keep you updated throughout the night.
And it's not just the main party HQs. We have reporters across the country tonight. Let's head south to Wellington and our reporter EVA CORLETT.
Kia ora, Corin. So I'm standing in front of the Whariwaka Centre, which is down on Wellington's waterfront. And this is where the Labour Party is going to be gathering tonight for its Wellington regional event. So there'll be Labour MPs, there'll be supporters, there'll be volunteers, all descending on here at about 7:30 tonight. But what we're going to be looking for this evening is we're going to be keeping an eye on Ohariu and Hutt South. They're both really interesting electorates because last time around they both won by the slimmest of margins, and those same candidates running again this time. And in Ohariu, there's also Tracy Martin, who from New Zealand First, who's going to be standing. And last time around, New Zealand First, it only scraped through on just under 1,000 votes. But this time, Tracy Martin, who's been a much more visible MP, is going to be there. So we'll be watching to see if that turns into a three-horse race. I'll be popping into some of the other electorates and their events tonight.
Thanks, Eva. Let's head to Christchurch now to Alicia Foon.
I'm at the National Party gathering in central Christchurch, where the Canterbury region's national candidates will be meeting here tonight. That includes Deputy Leader Jerry Brownlee and Selwyn hopeful Nicola Grigg, who is vying for the outgoing spot of Amy Adams' seat. Organisers say about 220 people are expected to show up here tonight. Already there's been a slow trickle of people coming in. You can feel the nervous excitement, and in about an hour you can guarantee this place will be packed and buzzing blue.
And Tim Brown in Dunedin.
Kia ora, Corin. I'm Tim Brown down here in Dunedin. I'm in the Octagon. I've been down to North Dunedin and Studentville to see what the students are up to, and today it's quiet down that end of town. They're preparing for parties rather than politics. And here in the Octagon, I've been speaking to plenty of young people, though. The last stream of voters coming in and out of the booths, they tell me that they've mostly been going out for a Labour vote, but there are a few people who are swinging to National as well. It's really on social positions that's influencing them, particularly the cannabis debate and the End of Life Choice Act.
Now, CHEN LIU, you're outside Auckland's Sky City Hotel.
I'm just at the Sky City Grand Hotel. This is where Judith Collins and her husband is going to watch tonight unfold. They have arrived a short while ago, and afterwards they are going to head to the Royal New Zealand Yacht Squadron. We'll keep you posted through the night.
And Jordan Bond, you're outside Labour leader Jacinda Ardern's home.
Hi, Corin. Yeah, a very quiet day here. Jacinda Ardern is here at her house in Sandringham with her partner Clark and her daughter Neve. It's been a quiet evening on the street. There are a few families walking their dog and playing with their remote control cars. There's very little action that would indicate that this may be the house of the next Prime Minister. We have heard that Clark's gone fishing today. He's whipping that up. He took Neve for a little walk before, but no sign yet of the Labour leader, Jacinda Ardern. We'll have to wait some more time before we see her.
And finally, Anneke Smith, where are you?
Kia ora. Well, I'm here in Ponsonby at the Long Room, which is Emma Mellow's private event in the lead up to tonight's results. Now, Emma Mellow is, of course, Nationals candidate for Auckland Central, and it's always been a tight race in this electorate. This year is no different. Ms Mellow is up against Labour's Helen White, who ran last election, and also the Greens' Chloe Swarbrick. Now, there's never a huge amount of votes in this seat. We know Nikki Kay won the seat last election by just 1,500 votes. So in about an hour, this room will be full of Emma Mellow's friends, family and volunteers, and we'll be excited to see those results start